In today's world, we're always on the go, and being on the go means we need a lot of energy. But what is energy, and how do we get it? We can think of it in two ways. First, our body needs energy. We provide it the energy it needs through the food we eat. In the same way, the machines we use to get places, like our cars, require energy as well. That energy source comes in the form of fuel. However, the fuels we put into our vehicles aren't just found in nature. They must be created or manufactured. But how do we manufacture fuel? It all starts with a natural resource called fossil fuel. Fossil fuels are formed from the buried remains of plants and animals that lived long, long ago. Three examples of fossil fuels are coal, natural gas, and crude oil. Crude oil is the natural resource that is used to create petroleum products like gasoline, diesel, and lubricants. These products supply about 37% of the energy needs in the United States.
So there are three fossil fuels. There's coal, there's natural gas, and there's oil. Oil and natural gas comes from animal material. When I was in school, we would have been taught that it came from the dinosaurs. But it generally doesn't come from dinosaurs. It's much older, and it actually comes from the ocean. And you have zooplankton, plankton, algae, those types of small cell, single cell organisms that are living in the ocean. They die, they get stuck on the ocean floor, and then over time that ocean floor gets covered up with more and more soil, and it gets crushed, and through heat and pressure it turns into petroleum. We drill down and we drill below the groundwater level. Once we get down to the zones that we're going to produce, we put in the production pipe, cement that all in place, and then we perforate that pipe so that we can bring a pumping unit out and begin pumping the oil out of the well.
Once the crude oil is extracted, it is transported through a pipeline to a refinery or an industrial factory, where it is then stored in large tanks until it is ready to be processed.
Well, crude oil is all of the hydrocarbons combined into one liquid form. And it's different from like oil that you put in your car. You don't just pull crude oil up out of the ground and put it into your car. You have to go through a refining process, and that refining process separates the different hydrocarbons into their individual units.
Barrel of crude oil at McPherson Refinery will basically be 45% diesel, 45% gasoline, and then a 5% propane. And we do produce coke, which is the bottom of the barrel. There is no waste at the McPherson Refinery. Every drop of the barrel of crude is used somewhere.
In the United States alone, over 12 million barrels of crude are produced each day.
Yes, the refinery produces about 100,000 barrels per day of diesel and gasoline, which equates to about 4 million gallons a day. The process of refining crude oil takes approximately 20 separate process units. The highest temperature we see in the refinery in the process is about 900 Fahrenheit, and the highest pressure we run is about 2,000 psi.
Once processing is complete, the gasoline and other products are shipped to various terminals across the United States by rail, trucks, and underground pipelines. In fact, within the U.S., there are more than 190,000 miles of liquid pipelines underground. Once the fuel is received at the terminals, it can then be purchased by truck stops, gas stations, and fuel suppliers such as a co-op, to then be resold to end users or customers.
The cooperative is our own largest customer, quite honestly, but we also have retail customers, we have industrial situations, we have commercial, we have asphalt companies, we have small retailers who also purchase fuel through the cooperative. The cooperative services energy needs for its customers because for the agricultural producer, it's a very important input to the crop that they will put in the ground and take out of the ground. Fuel does power everything from cars, trucks, over-the-road trucks, equipment, farm equipment, manufacturing equipment. It powers anything with a motor.
Because farming operations run such heavy equipment, they require a lot of fuel. Thanks to the manufacturing of fuel, we have the energy needed to go wherever we want. And for farming operations, it's an essential part of what keeps them running. Thanks for learning with Growing Agriculture Together. Find more resources at growingagriculturetogether.com.